today we're going to be going over your senior exit project integrity essay instructions. So I wanted to first show you what we are going to be ending with. On your ePortfolio, you're going to come over to your senior year tab and then over into your integrity tab. And this is what we're going to be completing. So this is a student final example in which he is writing an essay that has an extended metaphor that he is comparing to his life. So your integrity essay is going to be all about you, and you are going to incorporate a metaphor to compare to your life with different aspects. So for example, Zachary compared his life to baseball, and he said it might be a boring sport to many people, but it's given him many life lessons. And his life is similar to this because they both have many aspects that contribute to the whole experience. Then he's going to talk about the different aspects of baseball and how that applies to his life. So he talks about how the field is what gives the sport structure. Everyone is going to have to think of a metaphor that has some sort of structure. So in my metaphor that I came up with, mine was on a blanket fort. And so for structure, I decided that chairs are the structure of the blanket fort. And in the same way, my faith is what gives my life structure. So I wrote, chairs create the basis for the fort without which it would not hold. In the same way, my faith is what gives my life structure, purpose, and meaning. I structure my life around the principles of my faith when I wake up in the morning to how I treat others. So we have Zachary here doing the same thing, where he's saying the field is what gives the sport structure. It provides a place for the game to be played. And then he talks about how the structure in his life is his family. Without his family, he wouldn't be where he is today. And then he talks specifically about his family and how his family is that structure in his life. The next part of the metaphor that you're coming up with, you're going to come up with the skeleton or framework, the structure of your life. And you're going to have a paragraph that's going to look at style. So what are the factors that define your uniqueness and make your life attractive? For me, the style of a blanket fort are the twinkle lights. And then the equivalent in my life would be my effervescent enthusiasm. I came up with some ideas for that. For Zachary over here, he talked about how the players are what give the game a baseball style. And then he has to compare that to his own life. So he says the style in my life are my friends. And then he talks about how his friends are bringing style into his life. The other parts of this metaphor, you're going to look for cohesion, what ingredient or element connects everything together and creates wholeness or completion in your life. In this example that I created for the blanket fort, blankets are what give the fort cohesion. And the equivalent in my life would be my husband, because he creates wholeness and cohesion, stability, and comfort in my life. Then also, for strength, what aspect of your analogy protects you against the stressors of life? In my example, pillows are what provide strength for the fort. They protect you from the discomfort of playing on the ground. Similarly, exercise is what protects me from the stressors of life. And then I provide a short anecdote, something really concrete to give an example of this. Durability, what part of the design in my analogy is going to guarantee that my plan is an enduring, lifelong plan? So for the blanket fort metaphor, I talked about how the magical memories are what is going to endure. It is going to be something that lasts a lifetime. And in my life, the thing that helps me pursue my goals, that helps me achieve them and go forward, have durability in my dreams, is going to be my flexibility and my adaptability in all situations. Then finally, for direction, thinking about who or what are the sources which empower me and allow me to move forward in my plan and make it become a reality. For me, direction would be in a blanket fort, the people in the fort kind of help determine the future of the fort. And then so also my tribe, like my friends, my family, all of those people are the people who help empower me to live out my dream and move forward. So you see, this is my brainstorming. This is not what I would put in my integrity essay, but you see Zachary here has taken what I've brainstormed and he has crafted his own essay with many paragraphs for each of these different topics: durability, direction, strength, cohesion, style, all of that. You might be wondering, how am I going to be assessed on this? You're going to get 2 scores for this assessment. And so you're going to be assessed on the following. If you look here, this is hashtag 054. The rubric criteria, you will earn a 6 for using precise language and creating extended metaphors. If you create a skillful extended metaphor, you're not just saying, my life is a cup, and then talking about a cup, but not actually going into each of those different elements of style, cohesion, strength, durability, all of that. The other part of this is writing narratives, and this is where a lot of students forget to do this. I should read your integrity essay and feel as though I know who you are, that no one else could have written this integrity essay. It could have only come from you because there are such specific details. In the same way that you see, I provide some little mini anecdotes like I just ran a 5K over break and training for it helped me have a goal to work towards and feel good about. There's a pandemic going on, but I can always choose to run or do yoga as a way to cope. That's something very specific. Also, here, some examples of this would be inviting people to randomly go prom dress bowling, dancing in my classroom, blowing bubbles, or having chai teas together talking about real life stuff. Those are some really specific narrative examples. You're going to want to, for each of these different sections of your essay, give really specific examples and stories from your own life of how has your family been, the durability in your life. So those are the two ways in which you're going to be assessed. You are going to upload your final product to hashtag 054. And then in addition, you are going to take this essay and post it on your ePortfolio underneath senior year and then integrity. So if you want to see some more examples, you can open up the PowerPoint and then there is a link that says integrity essay examples.